At 4:17 on a Saturday afternoon, two security guards were escorting an older woman away from the most expensive wedding in the county. One guest laughed at her repaired navy dress. Another asked whether she had come for free food. The woman did not argue. She only turned toward the ceremony and whispered, "I came 6 hours just to see my son." The groom heard her. He stepped away from the altar, stared at her face, and said, "Stop. That woman is my mother." Her name was Mara Ellis. She was 58, repaired clothes at a neighborhood laundromat, and lived alone in a rented room. That morning, she had taken the earliest bus she could afford. Inside her worn handbag were an investigator's letter and a small silver locket she had protected for 33 years. When Mara arrived at the Whitmore estate, white roses covered the terrace. Champagne moved through the crowd on silver trays. A string quartet played beneath a floral arch. Mara stood near the entrance, careful not to disturb anyone. But Victoria Whitmore, the bride's mother, noticed her immediately. "You are not on the guest list." Mara answered softly, "I only need 1 minute with Noah Bennett." Victoria looked at Mara's worn shoes. "If this is about money, leave." "It is not about money." A relative smiled. Every rich wedding attracts someone with a story. Victoria offered Mara several bills. Mara did not touch them. "I did not come here to take anything from him," she said. "I only wanted to know what his face looked like when he was happy." Victoria signaled security. What none of them knew was that Noah had spent 15 years searching for Mara. He had been adopted by Thomas and Helen Bennett, loving parents who never hid the truth. At 18, Noah began searching for his birth mother. Before Helen died, she gave him the incomplete adoption file they had received when he was a baby. A consent page was missing. Dates contradicted one another. The maternity home in the records had been accused of pressuring vulnerable young women to surrender their babies. 3 weeks before the wedding, an investigator finally found Mara. A DNA comparison confirmed she was Noah's biological mother. Letters were sent, but Mara had recently moved. One was eventually forwarded to the laundromat where she worked. Inside was Noah's photograph and the date of his wedding. 33 years earlier, Mara had been 18, unmarried and dependent on relatives who considered her pregnancy a disgrace. They sent her to St. Agnes maternity home. After a difficult delivery, Mara lost consciousness. When she woke, an administrator told her that her baby boy had stopped breathing. Mara asked to see him. They refused. She asked for a death certificate. None arrived. For 33 years, she believed her son had died before she could hold him. Then, the investigator's letter told her he was alive. As security led Mara past the ceremony entrance, she saw Noah beneath the white flowers. She whispered, "I came 6 hours just to see my son." Noah turned. He recognized her from the investigator's photograph. Then he saw the silver locket. He walked toward her. "Are you Mara Ellis?" Her hands trembled. "I was told my baby died." Noah's voice broke. "I was told you chose to leave me." Mara opened the locket. Inside was a faded photograph of herself at 18 and a strip of pale blue fabric from the blanket she had prepared for her baby. Noah removed the matching half of the photograph from his jacket. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Mara said, "I spent 33 years believing they buried you." Noah answered, "I spent 15 years believing you left me." Victoria stepped forward. "I was only trying to protect the wedding." Noah looked at her. "You were protecting a perfect photograph. She was trying to find the child they stole from her." Then Thomas Bennett, Noah's adoptive father, stood from the front row. He looked at Mara and said, "Bring her here. She has already waited long enough." Grace walked away from the altar. She removed the ribbon from an empty front row chair and held it for Mara. When Victoria objected, Grace said, "If she is not welcome here, neither are we." Mara sat beside Thomas. She did not replace the mother who had raised Noah, and Thomas did not treat her like a rival. They sat together as two people who had loved the same child in different ways. After the ceremony, Noah found Mara alone on the terrace. "I am sorry I did not find you," she said. Noah shook his head. "You cannot apologize for believing a lie someone built around you." He didn't call her mom that day. He didn't promise they could recover 33 lost years. He only asked, "May I visit you next week?" Mara smiled through tears. Yes. Their relationship grew slowly, through phone calls, shared meals, and ordinary afternoons. Months later, Mara showed Noah a box filled with birthday cards she had written every year to the child she believed was dead. And Noah finally understood what the records had hidden. He had never been unwanted. He had been loved by the father who raised him, by the mother who searched for a grave that never existed, and by the woman who made room for both truths on her wedding day.